young chillin', a YouTube internet media villain. Can't be what you want her to be. She's a baby-faced heel on the first degree.
All right, we start with SmackDown from October the 3rd. Cody Rhodes opens the show. Paul Heyman and the Bron Brons come out, interrupt him before he can get his promo off. And Randy Orton comes out to protect Cody Rhodes from the Bron Brons. They chop it up and basically just set up a match for later on in the show. Sami Zayn, the U.S. champion, issues out his open challenge. Carmelo Hayes wants to come out there and challenge for the match, but he gets dropped by his ex-partner, The Miz. So Aleister Black comes up. He steps up to the match, and he loses thanks to a distraction from Damian Priest. And not only does he lose, but Damian Priest also throws Aleister through an announcer's desk. Chelsea Green and Alba Fire takes on Sol Ruca and Zarya from NXT. I think Sol Ruca is the champion on there, the world champ. Anyway, Sol Ruca and Zarya win. Then we have the champ versus champ contract signing between Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Vaquer for their match at Crown Jewel. Julia comes up and attacks Tiffany after the signing to basically just set up a tag team match for next week's SmackDown. Javon Evans and Rey Fenix, they take on Los Garza. Javon Evans comes from NXT and had a good showing, replacing Andrade as Rey Fenix tag team partner. Didn't miss a step. Then we had the main event. Basically, the Bron Brons cleaned house with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, thanks to the interference of Seth Rollins. That was SmackDown. Then we have Raw for October the 6th. Roman Reigns opens the show, but Bronson Reed interrupts with Paul Heyman. They have a back and forth, basically to sell their match at Crown Jewel. So as Paul and Bronson get ready and leave, Roman Reigns calls him a bitch. So they come back and they have a fight. They fought all over the place, basically to set up their match, which is going to be a Australian street fight.
What is the difference from a regular street fight?
This one's in Australia.
Oh, wow, so original.
Well, from what I understand, they have emus walking the streets.
So they're going to throw an emu at each other?
If it's in a street fight in Australia, yes, it's possible.
That is illegal.
It's possible. In street fights, there are no legalities in street fights.
But if you want to be legal in Australia, you can't do that.
How do you know? You're American. You're not Australian.
Yeah, but emus and certain other animals are, like, endangered. You're not supposed to do that. You're trying to defend animal cruelty here, and you can't.
Next up, we have a non-title defense between Becky Lynch, the IC champ, and Maxine Dupree. Maxine actually wins thanks to a count out. So she's up, I guess she's up for a title match now, because there was no title defense in this match.
That would have been really funny if it was, and then she won like that.
Yeah, that would have been, she'd have been heated. Lyra Valkyria with Bayley defeats Roxanne. No, she lost to Roxanne Perez with Raquel Rodriguez in her corner. But from what I saw, they got their lick back later on in the show backstage. CM Punk cuts a promo. LA Knight comes out and he interrupts, and then Jey Uso comes out and interrupts him. And then Jimmy Uso comes out. They all three are complaining about who's the number one contender for Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship. Anywho, Jimmy and Jay super kicked CM Punk and LA Knight, which sets up a match later in the evening. We have Io Sky. She loses to Kairi Sane with the interference from Asuka. We have a 6-man tag. Penta, AJ Styles, and Dragon Lee defeats the Judgment Day. Thanks to Rusev coming down and chasing Dum Dum away. Then we have in the main event the Usos. They lose to CM Punk and LA Knight. And that was Raw.
Wrestler of the week.
Rusev.
Oh God. Why?
Going after the belt.
Rusev.
I want him to win that belt from Dominic Mysterio.
Rusev is just very. He's there. He's doing stuff, but it's just like he doesn't have anything going on for him other than he's here, he's angry, he's bald. Fight him. I want to say Roman again, but it's not.
You
Roman.
always say Roman. You know it.
Yeah.
Why Roman?
I was saying, but it's not Roman. It's CM Punk, actually.
Why is that?
Because no matter what, he's coming for that belt. And he's like, I've been knocked down, but I'm coming back. I get knocked down, but I get up again. I'm cutting that. That was so bad. But, yeah, him coming back for that belt. Like, he took a break to support his wife and have her come back. Which is, where the hell is she?
Taking a break after that match.
But, yeah, I support that. Okay, so, on the talk of Roman might kill Jimmy. The way he looked at Jimmy, he looked heated. As soon as Jimmy was like, we're not like you. And he's like, he's more like me than you think. Which is very true, but I think Jimmy might be more like Roman than anyone thinks. He's trying to fight off that, like, dictatorship so bad. But we all know once he gets to it, he's not stopping.
Right.
Like Roman did. He got that power. And it goes to your head immediately. But, like, bloodline, but with Jimmy running it?
Nah.
You're mean. But I feel like Jay might end up losing his belt to his brother. If he does get the belt, he's going to lose it to Jimmy.
But I could see one of them taking over Sokola's outfit.
Maybe.
That'd be nice.
But then that just leaves Solo on the outs. But also, we haven't seen Jacob mix with any of the family in a second. So we need to get him back in here. Because he's there, but he's not in any family business. He's like how Jay was for like a good year.
Yeah.
But like... Yeah.
I actually forgot about him.
Oh, yeah, because he's not doing anything as of notable right now. He went on vacation, I think, for like a month. And then he's like, I'm back now, guys. Did you miss me?
All gas, no brains.
I want, not Lyra, I can't remember her name, but her and Tiffany Stratton have a match coming up this weekend, and I want her to win. I want Tiffy to fall.
Oh, you mean Stephanie Vaquer?
Yeah. Who did you think?
I couldn't think of her name. All I saw was when you did this with the horns.
Yeah, because Stephanie Vaquer has horns.
Yeah, but see, I remember Lyra Valkyria used to do that too. She had wings and some shit.
Oh, I didn't know she did that.
And
I had no idea she was doing that.
I didn't want to say her name, so I had to look back at my notes.
Yeah, but Stephanie Vaquer, I think she should win. Tiffy is very annoying. yeah, she's up and coming, but I feel like Lyra Valkyria is so much better to have win it because she is so much more up and coming. Everybody's rooting for her. Everybody like knows she has the thing to get it.
You mean Stephanie Vacour?
Yes. She has that. She has it to win that. So if she loses to Tiffy, that takes her down a lot of notches. Because is Tiffy a good wrestler? Yes. Is she a great wrestler? No.
She's just like a very good gymnast.
Yeah, so I'm like, making her lose to her would be outrageous. Also, see, Seth Rollins is definitely going to have Farm Boy come out and kill Cody.
Farm Boy? Oh, you mean Braun Breaker.
Yes. There's too many Brawns. No, not Braun Breaker. The horn dude.
Oh, you talking about Brock Lesnar?
Yeah. There's too many B dudes. But he's most definitely gonna have Brock Lesnar come out here and kill him. I'm so sure of it. Cause may I remind you, he was talking to someone like a week ago. Then he's talking to Paul while his wife is going crazy, because she's already crazy. But he's talking to Paul, and notice how nobody said anything about him. But we all know Paul and him have been in talking.
You see what Paul Heyman said? Don't make me question why
I picked you over Roman.
Yeah.
And it's, why did you pick him over Roman? That is the question I think a lot of people want to know.
That was a question he shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, but it is a question we all need answered, because why? Why did you go to him over Roman? It's not like, and they're like, Seth Rollins is the face of the company. No, he's not. He may be like a face, but he is not the face of the company still. I would say the two biggest faces of the company still are Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. People know them way more quickly. I know so many women who know Roman Reigns just from his face. I know people who know Cody Rhodes just from his face. No one knows Seth Rollins for real outside of the wrestling sphere. That's not an insult to him. It's just, it is what it is.
Right.
And don't claim you are the face when a lot of people barely know who you are. But his wife, she's crazy. And her talking to herself, just going back and forth, shaking like a crackhead, is really funny. She plays herself up really well. And it's nice. But I still need to see Bayley have an imaginary friend. I need someone to dress up like Bayley, and only the audience can see her, and only Bayley can see her, and everybody else pretends like this woman does not exist. I need that.
No, that's too corny.
That's not corny. I feel like it's properly messing with people. Because then it'll have audiences going, is this actually real? Or are we being f***ed with?
It would flow better if you wouldn't see the person at all, but you saw what they did.
Oh, that would be funny, yeah. But then at that point, you could also...
Something moved on the table and shit.
They got a rig...
There's nobody there.
They got a rig to do it. They got to do, like, movie magic to do that. And we all know they're cheap. Okay, so Andrade has officially signed on to AEW.
Yeah.
I saw that from his like Instagram account, and I'm like, oh, something happened.
And he's the champion now at Smash, I believe. Smash Federation.
Yeah, but
which works with AEW, I believe. Yeah,
but so many wrestlers are leaving at this point. Like, that says a lot of like either these wrestlers are being really hard to work with, or they're getting sick and tired of how like AAA is like moving, which is understandable because they're not moving smart. A lot of their moves during like this whole past few years with like the money grabs is hurting the fans a lot more, and it's also hurting the wrestlers. You can see that with like the last press conference when they're talking about they're going to whatchamacallit, and the women and most of the men also just looked like they didn't want to do this.
Oh, you mean Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. They all looked like they didn't really want to do it. And I can understand the women, because, like, the women don't get any cheers. They don't get anything when they go. They have to wear those stupid hot costumes. And not to mention, no one cheers for them. It's just silent, and they just have to deal with that. And then the men are like, hey, we gotta stand with the women with this. This is kind of bull. Not to mention, they can't really do as much as they want. So, are we all sure this is the best action? And then you're charging more money for seats that a lot of people can't even afford anymore.
Well, as far as Saudi Arabia is concerned.
Not Saudi Arabia. I mean, like, America.
Oh.
Because, like, Mom... Because they were supposed to be coming to Cleveland at some point in, like, the next few weeks. Mom looked up how much tickets are, and they're, like, $3,000.
They're coming back?
Yeah.
It was just here not too long ago.
Yeah, but, like, you know, they'll come to certain bigger cities multiple times a year.
Right.
But, like, we can't afford $3,000 for 3 tickets to go see WWE. And I'm imagining the average fan can't afford that. Or even, like, a casual fan. Unless you're rich. But, like, a lot of it is money grabbing, and it's turning wrestling into, like, less of, like, a fun thing like it used to be, and more, give me that money. And that is something I will say whatchamacallit did do well. I forget his name. The one I dislike.
McMahon?
Yeah.
Oh, Vince?
Yeah. He did, as much as I hate the man, he showed he did care about the fans. As much as I hate him, he did care about the fans. But now it just seems like everything's becoming more corporate, more money.
'Cause I don't